As we began our whole numbers worksheet, we learned that a combine can harvest 336 pounds of corn per minute. And so we created a worksheet, sheet number 1, to help us calculate that. But we went beyond just using the computer as a calculator and actually created a tool so that if we wanted to make adjustments regarding the amount of time that this combine is working, we could do that without having to go through and do all the calculations again. So the first thing we did was went in and took a look at what we were given within a problem, 336 pounds of corn per minute. So those are the facts and figures for this particular piece of machinery. So we created a category for pounds, category for minutes, and then we keyed in that information. So 336 pounds. And because this figure was given to us in minutes, we went ahead and made a category for minutes. And then also it's asking about how much it can harvest in 1 hour. So we create a category for hours. And so then we need to start solving the problem here and take a look at it and go, well, we need to do some type of a conversion here to calculate total minutes. And the reason we need to do that is because we know that it can harvest this 336 pounds per minute. So we went ahead and did that and created this formula here. 60 minutes per 1 hour. So then the total minutes would be 60 minutes. And then we could go ahead and do this calculation here where we take, knowing that it can do 336 pounds for 1 minute, how about for 60 minutes? Which was the original question. So then we came up with 20,160 total pounds that it could harvest in 1 hour. But now that we have created this little calculator tool here, complete with these formulas, now we can just go in and change our variables. So if the question became, how much can it harvest in 20 hours? Then we just need to simply change our hours, and because we did all that work previously, we can now just take advantage of that and see that we could harvest 403,200 pounds of corn in that much time. Before we go on to more calculations, let's go ahead and apply some Excel skills to cleaning up this worksheet a little bit. Now, first of all, let's go ahead and click in B5 and select all of our column headings and come up here in the Home tab and go to the Alignment group and select the Center tool. And then in a similar fashion, we could go ahead and do that. Format these cells here, starting in B6, selecting to F6, and then we can put our variables and our calculations also in the center. And we're just doing this just to try to clean this up, make it look a little more uniform. And then we might also put a line or a border under all of these cells just to separate them a little bit more, separate the category headings. And we can do that here with this border tool. So I'm going to go ahead and select B5 through F5. And then over here in the font group, there's a border tool. Has all different types of borders that we can do to our cells. And let's go ahead and just select a bottom border. And so now your worksheet should look like that. So pause the video, replay if you need to, or ask me questions in class. Try to get to this point before we move on to the next lesson.